Hello again, Conte. Just showing the set quickly. I actually lost the set, I overrode it, and so I'm showing the decorations and stuff now. Just right at the start. Unfortunately, I can't show you the deco screen like I wanted to. But as far as essential skills go, basically I'm running like the only unique ones aside from just regular DPS skills are Airborne and Claw Boost pretty much. I've got like a bit of Part Breaker on the Evasion Mantle to help me break the horns in phase 1. But otherwise it's mostly just DPS skills and that, yeah. So anyway, there are the skills. Feel free to copy that set if you like. This is the one that I'm posting. I wasn't super happy with my previous Insect Glaive run. It was something like 14.5 minutes, probably my least impressive matchup, despite the fact that it's probably my favorite matchup of all so far. And so I wanted to post an updated run. I'm not going to commentate too much over this because I've basically said everything that needs to be said in the previous video. But there are a few things I want to mention in a little bit more detail before letting the run go. And I kind of just wanted to put this run onto YouTube for prosperity's sake, just to have my better IG run up there. I'm using the Fatalis set, but obviously you can run whatever your favorite pre-Fatalis Insect Glaive is if you haven't beaten it yet. Yeah, so Part Breaker on the Evasion Mantle is really nice for breaking the horn in phase 1. Breaking the horn in phase 1 is really nice because in phase 2 we're going to do the trick with the smoke bombs. You'll see it, smoke bombs and the heavy artillery decorations for the roaming ballista. And the thing is that if I hadn't broken Fatalis' horn in phase 1, then when I get that massive knockdown, all the damage that I would do there, because Fatalis' horn will get stuck at 1 HP until he gets up from like binders and knockdowns and stuff like that. So if I didn't break his horn in phase 1, then I would get that knockdown and I won't be able to do enough damage towards the second horn break. Whereas by breaking the horn in phase 1, when I do get that knockdown in phase 2, his HP won't be stuck at like 1 or anything like that, and I'll be able to do plenty of damage to try and work towards getting the second horn break. I like getting the second horn break as early as possible just because I'm bad at the fight, and blue flame mode kind of fucks me up if I don't if I haven't broken the two horns by then. It'll all make sense as I'm doing the run. Hopefully you'll see it. But yeah, so there are a few openings you can see here. For example, these are moves that I wasn't really punishing that well in my previous run. I guess I should talk about like the Kinsect as well. I'm using Velostag 4's the slow Kinsect for the extra pierce ticks. It's got dragon on the glaive itself. I'm doing the standard con baiting stuff that I've talked about in a previous video. You can have a look for that if you'd like. But yeah, so basically this run is like an improvement on previous runs. I am like not repeating this run, but I'm doing a heroics version of this run with no HP. You might have seen my Greatsword Heroics run recently. I want to try and replicate that with Insect Glaive and go for like a sub 10 time if possible. But we'll see about that. But anyway, yeah, as I was saying, I just want to have this run uploaded somewhere to prove that I'm not garbage with the Insect Glaive, basically. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that noteworthy that needs to be said. I guess in terms of like general playstyles, you'll see me like focus the horn breaks as much as possible in the first couple of phases. And then in the final phase, you'll see I tenderize the chest and I kind of just spam pogos and attacks on that to take it out fairly safely. Once you've broken the second horn, final phase is honestly fairly trivial. It's not a big deal. You'll notice that I was just trying to get enough damage to get it up in the air so that we could start baiting out cons again. Now, you don't technically need Part Breaker on like the Evasion Mantle or just in general, to be honest with you, because Insect Glaive, the pogo, the down thrust rather, has a bit of Part Breaker basically built into it. It has a part damage modifier, it has increased up part damage, which means it's fairly easy, not fairly easy, but it's possible to break the horn before phase 2 even without Part Breaker. But I found it was extremely, not extremely, but it was far more consistent if I did it this way. Especially because a lot of the time I'm hitting the neck with that punish there that I never used to go for. Aside from that, I don't think there's anything more for me to say really, so I'll probably just leave you with the music, probably that standard Super Robot War song that I really like that I post in all of my good speed runs. Of course, a nice little whiff there for me to leave you on. Yeah, that seems perfect. Alright, take it easy. Bye bye.